Alright, I'm back. It's Gregatron. This is part 3 of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Card collection. So without further ado, let's jump into it. These are the magic cards. Lightning Vortex. Let's go. Yes! Who remembers this? Polymerization? Man, I don't even need to explain. Y'all know what that is. That's the card they made to where two cards could fuse. Only if they were fusible. Ooh, card destruction. I like that one. That's when you threw all your cards away. If you have 5 cards in your hand, if you threw them away, you had to draw 5 more cards. Dark Hole. That destroyed everybody on the field. Sent them to the graveyard. Fissure. What did that do? I forgot. Destroys one opponent's face-up monster with the lowest attack. Okay. So it would kill the weakest link on the field, huh? But notice how they change the description when they remake cards. See? Very cool. Oh, snap. Monster Reborn. That would bring somebody back from the graveyard. Stop defense. Stop attack. Oh, yeah. Red medicine. Okay. Oja muscle. I want to call it Ojama. I have a bad habit of saying stuff wrong. Alright, the warrior returning alive. Ooh, Pot of Greed. That's a good one. Draw 2 cards from the deck. I believe there's a Pot of Greed and a Jar of Greed. Soul Exchange. Okay. Alright. Shout out to all the good people. Dispel. Heavy Storm. Destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. Alright. Didn't some of these cards just look crazy? If you weren't careful, Yu-Gi-Oh! Could give you nightmares. I'm not going to say all that, but maybe if you were a little kid. We were old enough. But some of this stuff just looks spooky. Happy Halloween, by the way. Monster Reincarnation. Discard 1 card from your hand. Add 1 monster card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. I forgot all about that one. I was more of a Monster Reborn guy, which Monster Reborn was more universal. Yeah. Alright. Let's plow through these. I remember the game. You could have a minimum. You would have to have a minimum of 40 cards. So how you built your deck was totally up to you. You could have 100 cards in your deck if you wanted. But you wanted to pack the most significant cards. You wanted to pack what was the most important. You didn't want to just have anything in your deck because you want to be able to use your stuff. And people had different decks for different reasons. Like depending on where we were at, you might have 5 decks saved up. Specific decks. You might have 10 decks. Like me and my brother, we used to mess around and, for example, have like a dragon deck or a warrior deck because different types of monsters had different attributes, and those different attributes came with like different magic and trap cards. We'll get into the trap cards in the next video, or maybe the video after that, depending on how long this one is. But yeah, I'll explain here in a minute. Yeah, magic cards was definitely necessary. Dragonic attack, I remember that. Lightning blade. Some of these cards are old, man. What made Yu-Gi-Oh crazy, it was so easy to collect them too. Once you got one pack, I remember this card. Rush recklessly. Increase one monster's attack by 700 points during the turn this card is activated. Yeah, man. Cards like this will give you a choice. Select and activate one of the following. Let's go. But yeah, it got to the point you needed like tins and, you know, like a box or a case to keep this stuff in. And I didn't always have this book because I didn't always need it. I didn't get the book till I stopped playing. Once I stopped playing, I had to put them somewhere. But I even remember when I was older, I would have a homie in town, maybe from college, maybe. And maybe I was still in high school. But I would take some of these out, you know, 40 to 50 cards, and we mess around. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh was one of those things we played at an old age. I'm 32 now, but I was probably like, I don't know, 19, still playing. Not like I did when I was in middle school, but there was always that one occasion where you would take them back out. So cards like this, so it says increases the attack and defense of all Beast Warriors and Beast Warrior type monsters by 200 points. See that symbol? I think it's called a field card. That's what it is. Same thing with this. They would work for a specific type of monster, like this works for the spellcasters. I remember now. It just hit me. So like if I had a magician deck or a spellcaster deck, I would want to throw something like this in there to help boost those guys. I'm gonna teach y'all how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I'm gonna teach you. Oh, you gonna learn. Alright. Let me zoom in on these guys real quick. Harpy's Hunting Ground. People talk about Magic today. Even when I went to college, they were playing Magic. And I walked past them and I'm like, look at these nerds. I'm judging. Look at these nerds. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! What's wrong with these people trying to replace Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, one more video. I will show you my trap cards next. Part 4. Stay tuned.